السلام عليكم. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على رسولنا محمد سيد الأولين والآخرين. مدد يا رسول الله، مدد يا سادة أصحاب رسول الله، مدد يا شيخنا دستور وعلى شيخ الله الفارس داستان شيخ محمد كان مدد طريقتنا الصحبة والخير في الجمعية. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وفوق كل ذي علم عليم. صدق الله العظيم. Allah Azze ve Celle buyuruyor, her ilim sahibinin üstünde ondan daha alim var.
Allah Almighty says that there's always someone who knows more. There's always someone who possesses more knowledge than the one who claims to be the possessor of knowledge.
İlim sahibi var. İlim sonsuzdur. Yani her
knowledge is endless.
İnsan ben bütün şeyleri, ilimleri bilirim dese
people may claim to know everything,
yanılmış olur.
But if they claim to know everything, then they are wrong.
Devamlı Allah Azze ve Celle'nin ilmi sonsuzdur.
The knowledge of Allah Almighty is without limits and is endless.
Allah Azze ve Celle'nin ilmi hiçbir şeyle mukayese olmaz.
Allah Almighty's knowledge cannot be compared to anything. There is no equivalent to Allah Almighty's knowledge.
En büyük ilim Allah Azze ve Celle.
His is the greatest of all knowledge.
Peygamber Efendimiz'e vermiş.
And Allah Almighty entrusted our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, with his greatest of all knowledge.
Onun ilmi, insanlar onun ilminden bir denizden bir nokta kadar bile değil.
And the knowledge people claim to have is not even a single tiny dot compared to the oceans of knowledge of our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him.
İnsanların yanındaki ilim ondan övünüyorlar, biz şöyle yaptık, bu kadar öğrendik, bu kadar ilim sahibiyiz.
People are so proud of their knowledge and they boast with what they achieve and with what they did and with what they know.
Bilgi sahibiyiz diye.
And they claim to be experts and knowledgeable people.
O Peygamber Efendimiz sallallahu aleyhi ve sellemin ilminin yanında, yani denizde bir nokta kadar bile değil.
However, that knowledge compared to the knowledge of our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, that knowledge people claim to have is not even a single tiny dot in the vast ocean of knowledge of our beloved Prophet, peace be upon him.
O kadar Peygamber Efendimizin ilmi var.
That is how immense and vast the knowledge of our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him is.
O da Allah Azze ve Celle'nin ilmi olarak bir Peygamber Efendimiz'in ilmi de nokta kadar değil. Yani Allah.
And likewise, the knowledge of our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, is not even a single tiny dot compared to the knowledge of Allah Almighty. Is not even a single dot in the oceans of the knowledge of Allah Almighty.
Allah Azze ve Celle'nin azameti, büyüklüğü yani mukarene olamaz.
There is no comparison to the greatness and the knowledge of Allah Almighty.
Onun için bu insanlar ilim, bilgi sahibiyiz deyince bilgi değil, cehalet, bilgisizlik.
People claim to be knowledgeable and they claim to be experts and they claim to have knowledge and to be scientific, but in reality it is the lack of knowledge, it is ignorance what they have.
Alıyorlar. Şimdi biz biliyoruz diye yok, bir de şey yetmiyormuş gibi, bir de daha zeka diye, yapay zeka diye bir şeyler yapmışlar.
Those who claim and to teach knowledge are instilling the lack of knowledge in reality, and they're instilling ignorance, and despite that absence of knowledge, They are now claiming to have something, and they invented something called artificial intelligence.
Onlarla övünüyorlar.
And now they are so proud of that artificial intelligence.
Onlar hiçbir şeydir.
But that is nothing.
Allah Azze ve Celle'nin ilmi onlara müsaade etmiş.
It is Him, Allah Almighty, who allowed this knowledge about artificial intelligence to appear to them.
Yapsınlar. Yoksa müsaade olmasa
And Allah Almighty allowed them to do this.
Hiçbir şey yapamazlar.
Without the permission of Allah Almighty, there could be no such thing.
Onun için ilim sahipleri Allah'tan korkarlar. İnnemâ yahşallâh.
The true possessors of knowledge are those who, with the increase of their knowledge, are fearful of their Lord Allah Almighty.
Allah'ın kulları arasında en çok Allah'tan korkan, Allah'a inanan ilim sahipleridir.
Among the servants of Allah Almighty, those who are most fearful are the ones, who are most fearful of Allah Almighty are the ones who possess most knowledge.
İnanmayanlar, onlar ilim sahibi değil.
And those who do not believe in Allah Almighty do not have any knowledge.
Onlar bilgisiz, ilim değil de cehalettir.
And those who do not believe in Allah Almighty don't have knowledge, because it is through knowledge that one knows Allah Almighty. They are ignorance. It's not knowledge. What they have, it's ignorance and the lack of knowledge.
Cahil demek, bilmeyen demek. Allah muhafaza etsin.
May Allah Almighty protect us from that state of not knowing, not believing Allah Almighty.
Hakiki ilimlerden bize versin inşallah.
And may Allah Almighty make us acquire true knowledge.
İnsanlara versin, fayda eden odur.
May Allah Almighty give true knowledge to people, because that knowledge is what is useful to people.
Faydasız ilimden Allah korusun bizi.
May Allah Almighty protect us from useless knowledge.
Allah tevfik. El Fatiha.